So we've covered how we can help out our partner by controlling the legs while they control the upper body, but we want to also have an understanding of how we can use levers to help control the upper body, or especially if we are a third officer, and so we have a partner that's on the upper body and side control, we have another partner who's now controlling the legs. What would I do if I was a third officer and being able to get in there? Landon, if you could lay down with your head towards the camera.
Nice.
Yeah, back. Yep. Good. And now Kevin's got side control. So as I've kind of referenced before, it's like we're going to have these different positions of the left and right side of the client's body. Up towards the head and the legs are going to be like the main areas that we can control. So if Kevin is on this side, it's going to be easiest for me to come in on this side. It should seem quite obvious, but in the heat of the moment, it can be quite difficult to think like that. This arm is going to be the quickest thing that I can grab. And so it really depends on what the client's doing. If Kevin's got a bit of an underhook here, this elbow should be relatively out here. And this arm, especially if it's up here, it's gonna be really easy for me to get. As I talked about with rotational control, one of the easiest things that I can do is just grabbing this wrist, hitting it down to the mat. Here, let's just slide down a little bit if you can bang your knees here, Landon. Good. So I'm able to take this and pin it to the mat and use a frame so that I'm able to put body weight into this. By me controlling Landon's arm however I want to out here like this, it stops Landon from being able to lift that shoulder effectively. So now Kevin could even release pressure at this point and start moving to control the arm, whether it's pushing it into his body or controlling. And remember, we probably have another officer controlling the legs here. So that now, if the legs were tied up, and Kevin could even back away and pin the arm relatively the same like this. Landon, could you move either arm right now?
No.
He's stuck. We're able to have a lot of space down, be able to communicate with the client and be able to try and get some compliance going on here. Or Kevin's able to stay closer. But I'm just making sure that this arm can't reach at Kevin's face, or if I let go of this arm, that's what's gonna allow this shoulder to raise and for Landon to continue turning into Kevin and being a wrist to Kevin. So that's where when Kevin's got side control, the easiest thing that I can do right now is just take this arm out of the equation by either pinning it up above the shoulder, causing external rotation to the shoulder, or pinning it down here, internal rotation. Both safe to do so. This one is just really good because it will stop Landon from being able to sit up. So Kevin, if you just back away. If I pin above the head, Landon tries to sit up right now. He can't. If I pin it down like this, he can sit up. And so especially if we are both controlling, like if the legs are still controlled, if Kevin and I both pin the wrist down like this with internal rotation, Landon can still sit up. So we just want to be mindful that at least one arm up, one arm down. Now Landon can't, or both arms up, as long as the legs are controlled, because if Landon wanted to back roll right now, just kick your legs up and over, he could. Or he could even just like kick the legs up and try and hit us. Or if I keep one arm down like this, I still gotta be mindful of this, and we shouldn't be doing this if there's no legs, but if Landon tried to back roll or go anywhere, he's gonna put a lot of pressure into that shoulder. He's not gonna be able to complete the roll. So, once I have control, I can pin this down, I can communicate that with Kevin. It's gonna be an effective way of me being able to tie that up, and we'll be able to work with that. So once again, make sure you're communicating with your partner and letting them know that you have control. Pin it down, use your body weight. Don't try and just use muscles of like one arm to one arm or two arms to one arm. I could be effective and still win the battle like this against Landon, but if he's much stronger than me, I might not be able to. And this is just tiring. So just take the arm, pin it, take the arm, pin it any of the ways that I've kind of talked about with lever control. There isn't like a right way or a wrong way. As long as we're using mechanical advantages by using leverage, we'll be able to get the job done.